All right, what's up guys? This is going to be a mega unscripted video, but I just wanted to share some thoughts and share a little bit about kind of what I'm going through right now. As you may have noticed, in the month of April, everything just kind of took off and I got over 165,000 new subscribers. It was craziness. And I just want to say that I'm extremely grateful for all of this. I feel really lucky to be able to kind of, make a living doing this kind of work. It's something that I just absolutely enjoy. However, the purpose of this video is actually not so much to thank you guys. And it's not really to boast or brag about what happened. I really just want to share some of the things that I went through that I wasn't expecting. Stuff that nobody seems to talk about and stuff that was very eye-opening for me. First of all, this was a lot scarier than I thought. I discovered what I believe are some of my karmic fears, okay? And before you kind of tune out and move on, I don't really care so much about where these fears come from. I have the personal belief that they come throughout our past lives and we accumulate them through reincarnation. But whether you believe in that or you believe in accumulating fears throughout childhood, it doesn't really matter to me. Either way, it comes from somewhere. And I was just blown away by how gripped by fear I was regarding thoughts of losing it all, right? That my whole audience would just move on, or that somebody would expose me and take down my channel. It was crazy. I felt very irrational for at least a couple of weeks. It's just hard to wrap your brain around a number of that size, 100,000 or 200,000 people. I just feel the immense weight of the responsibility. And so, pretty much daily I would have a moment where I was like, oh my God, I'm freaking out. And I just kind of had to remind myself continually that all I have to really do is continue to do the things that I did that got me here, But I really wanted to kind of talk about this a little bit just because for so long, for literally years, I had this goal of getting to a certain milestone, like 100,000 or 1 million subscribers, right? Kind of with, maybe not explicitly, but implicitly the thought that that would bring me happiness and fulfillment or something, And I don't know if it was the velocity that this happened, but arriving at 100,000 super quickly kind of made me realize that whoa, this is not making me any happier at all, actually. It's weird to say this, but I kind of celebrated it for a short period of time, and then I was already focused on the next goal. And I think that's something to just be mindful of, and something that I'm trying to pay a lot more attention to now. And it feels a little bit difficult to talk about these sorts of things and not sound ungrateful. Once again, I feel the need to repeat this. I'm extremely grateful for everything that has happened. There's just an outpouring of love that just kind of blows me away. I'm receiving so many amazing messages from you guys, and I'm just stunned, honestly, in a really good way. But I think, again, the message of this, and I hope that it's more impactful coming from me, somebody with now hundreds of thousands of subscribers, is that, this really did not make me a happier person. What makes me happy is the creation portion of this, is the, pushing my boundaries and telling stories and connecting with people. But I was already on that path before I started getting a ton of subscribers, It's a dangerous thing. And I've talked about my ambition and how it sometimes robs me of joy. And I don't want that to happen here and now, Because of the fears that came up and because of how quickly this all happened, it was difficult for me to enjoy it at times. But as the dust has started to settle and as I've kind of come to better understand my reactions, I just came to the conclusion that, I wanted to create this little piece here. So I hope that you see that the numbers don't change me. I'll be honest, I'm a little afraid that they will, but I'm trying to be, again, really mindful about it and just aware, of all the mind games that we play, all the psychology that goes into this. I'm more than happy to kind of further discuss this in the comments below. So, feel free to leave your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting me in this crazy project of mine. and I'll see you soon.